shift me. Yes. Nithyanandam, Nithyanandam, to all the viewers, to all the participants, let's now start the session with the Sadgurandadam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtam Dvandvatitam Bhagana Sadusham Satyamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. The next is the chanting of the Shivamola mantra. We request all the participants and all the live viewers to please chant along with us. We're now going to be chanting Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha 11 times internally. The acharyas are going to be chanting it out loud. We request all of you to please chant it internally within yourself. Om Ham Shivaya Namaha Om Ham Shivaya Namaha Om Ham Shivaya Namaha Om Ham Shivaya Namaha Om 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 Shivaya Namaha. The next is the Tattva Chamanam, the ritualistic cleansing. I request all the participants and all the live viewers to please have your Panchapatram filled with some fresh water and bring your right hand the Gokarna Mudra, then your index finger and cupping your palms. Pour in Uddar in your water in front of your palm. Sip the water 3 times as the word Swada is chanted. Om Arpitittam Shodayami Swada. Om Vidyatittam Shodayami Swada. Om Shivadattam Shodayami Swada. Please wash your hands with water from the Panchapatra. Now, with the base of your right hand thumb, move the hand from right to the left of your lips twice as we chant the mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your hands with water from the Panchapatram. Now, with the tips of your right hand, index, middle, and ring finger, touch above your upper lips and below the lower lips. Wash your hands with the water from the Panchapatram. Now, with the tips of your right hand, index finger, and thumb join together, touch right nostril, left nostril. The tips of your right hand, ring finger, and thumb join together, touch your right eye, right ear, and your left ear. Wash your right hand with water from the Panchapatra. Now, the base of your right hand thumb and little finger touch your navel, right chest, left chest. With the right hand fingertips together, touch the top of the head, right shoulder, left shoulder in the heart center. The next is the Sankalpa. Place your right hand above your left hand, keeping both hands in the right thigh. Close your eyes. We will be chanting the Sankalpa mantra. ममस्पात समस्त दुरित क्षय द्वारा भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव प्रीत्यर्थम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परम शिव शक्ति समेता श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परम शिव प्रीत्यर्थम च अद्य पूर्वोक्त एवं गुण विशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभदितौ पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त धृतगात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now, please wash your hands with water from the Panchapatra. Om Abhopasprishya. And I request all the participants to please keep your Panchapatra aside. Let it not come in your way when you're doing the Nityananda Yoga. Sorry for the technical glitch. For all the participants here in KAILASA Tiruvannamale and in KAILASA Guinea-Bissau, and for all the live viewers who's watching us live right now, a quick reminder for all of you that all the teachings and guidance given during instructions given during the Nityananda Yoga are intended only for general wellness and education purposes only. They are not to be taken as or used as a replacement for any professional medical advice, diagnosis, or any treatment. If you have any known health condition, illnesses, injuries, or diseases, please consult your medical health professional or your doctor before participating in the Nityananda Yoga. And always follow the advice and guidance of your medical health professional. And during the practice of the Nityananda Yoga, you feel tired, ill, dizzy, weak, or even uncomfortable. Please immediately refrain yourself from doing the yoga and take some rest. Once you're fully recovered and feeling stable, you will continue the practice of the Nityananda Yoga if appropriate. During the Nityananda Yoga, please remain complete awareness and listening with your body. Do not exceed your body's limits and capacities. As we understand and recognize that every individual's body functions differently and uniquely, so it's important to respect and even complete awareness of your own body's limits and capacities while you're practicing the Nityananda Yoga today. So, with that said, we will now entering into today's sequence. Today, for all the participants and all the live viewers, we're going to be doing the asanas from 700 to 800. We're going to be doing the Chaturtha Vinyasa Krama, the second set of series, which all of you are going to be looking at. In today's series, you are going to be looking into many of the balancing asanas, very asanas where you're going to be stretching yourself. You're going to be, for example, you may be going to be doing a split, and you're going to be putting your leg behind your neck like this, different, and you're going to be doing the Padmasana as well, like this, different asanas you're going to be doing. And also, you are going to be viewing, especially in today's sequence, you are going to be seeing many of the asanas when you're going to be doing the headstand as well. Okay, so you in doing in all the asanas, if you need any help in doing each of these asanas, feel free to reach out to our co-acharyas. They're out here to guide you and support you in doing the Nityananda Yoga. And if you're a live viewer joining us and watching us live right now, I encourage you to please post in the comment section whatever you're experiencing, what are your questions and inquiries you're having in the Nityananda Yoga, and come and we will immediately attend to you. And with that said, we will now entering into today's sequence.
So, Nithyananda, everyone. Now we're going to be starting with the first asana. The first asana is Vama Sakasana. In Vama Shakasana, you're going to start seated with one heel drawn in close to the perineum and the opposite foot resting comfortably in the front, allowing the hips to ground evenly. Then you're going to interlace your finger in front of your stomach, keeping your hands relaxed and steady. Visualize yourself as a strong branch extending from the stable trunk supported at the base. In Parashumutra, place the palm upon and interlace the fingers firmly, forming the shape of an axe. Shanta Kumbhaka, inhale and visualize the prana vayu being inside and outside of the body. Mulabandha, contract the muscle of the pelvic floor, lifting it upwards without tension. We're going to be doing this for the next few series. And Riju Drishti, looking straight with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Vama Shakasana.
Vamasakasana.
The next asana is Vyakyanasana. Seated in the same position, you're going to place your left hand in front of your mouth, keeping the arms relaxed, and rest your right hand on top of your right knee with the index and thumb gently touching in Bindu Mudra. In Vaishnavi Mudra, Shanta Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Riju Drishti looking straight with a japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Visualize knowledge flowing outwards with clarity and restraint as if words arise only when understanding is complete in Vyakyanasana.
Vyakyanasana.
The next asana is Nivrityasana. In Nivrityasana, you're going to come into a seated position and then you're going to be closing your eyes, bringing both palms together in front of your chest with fingers interlaced. Visualize Bhagavan in your heart as a radiant infinite light. In Vaishnavi Mudra, Shanta Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Rijudrishti looking straight with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Nivityasana.
सुखासनं समास्ताय हस्तौ वक्षसि संहत्य अरिहन्त भगवन्तं कायवाङ्नो विस्मरन् सर्वस्नाप्तानि परित्यजेत्.
The next asana is Atmalinasana. In Atmalinasana, continue with the same seated position. However, now you're going to bring your hips. Yes, you're going to lengthen your spine as you bring your palms together in front of you. Then lean your upper body forward and gently lower your forehead into your palms, allowing the neck and shoulder to relax. Visualize the sense of me dissolving inwards as if awareness falls back into self. In Vaishnavi Mudra, Shanta Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Nasagre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Atmalinasana.
आत्मलीनासना.
The next asana is Makarasana Dve. Come to a laying down position on your belly. Place your hand behind your head, elbows wide, engage your back and glutes to lift your chest, head, arms, and thighs off the ground, hovering in a strong, straight Superman hold. Keep your core engaged. Visualize yourself as a crocodile resting calmly by a serene riverbank. In Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti, Mulabandha, Prithvi Drishti looking downwards with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Makarasana Dve.
मकरासनं नाम उरसा भूमिं स्पृशन् शनैः पादौ च पृष्ठे संस्थाप्य मकराकारं समाचरेत्.
The next asana is Parvatasana Dve. In Parvatasana Dve, come into your knees with your toes tucked under for support and your spine lifted tall, grounding evenly. Cross your arms in front of your chest. Keep your shoulders relaxed and chest open. Visualize yourself as a mountain, solid and unmoving. In Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Riju Drishti looking straight, the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Parvatasana Dve.
Parvatasana.
The next asana is Vrishabhasana Dve. Come into still a kneeling position, but this time knees hip width apart. Gently lean to one side and lower that elbow to the floor. Keep your opposite arms relaxed, resting on your thigh or at your side. You're going to visualize yourself as a powerful bull standing firm and steady on the earth beneath you. In Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Rijudrishti looking straight, the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Vrishabhasana Dve.
कूर्परौ स्तम्भवत् कृत्वा पार्श्वेनेकेन संश्रयेत् येत प्रोक्तं मया देवी वृषभासनमुत्तमम्.
The next asana is Virasana Trini. You're going to come into again a kneeling position. Then you're going to bring your left foot to the side of your left hip, keeping it grounded. Then draw your right foot close to your groin, resting your toes lightly. Place your hands on your lap, one above the other. Visualize yourself seated like a hero after a victorious journey. In Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Brahmandya Drishti, looking through the third eye with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Virasana Trini.
एकपादं मध्ये कमच्छेकस्मिन् विन्यसे दूरु संस्थितम् इतरस्मिन् तथा पश्चात् वीरासनमिदं विदुः.
The next asana is Chatuskonasana. Start from kneeling position with your right knees bent and your right foot resting beneath your sitting bone. Then bend your left leg and thread your left arm underneath the left ankle, drawing the sole of your foot in towards your chest. You're going to keep your spine as you reach your right arm and over your head, bringing it down to meet the left hand. Visualize yourself stable and clear from every direction. In Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Prithvi Drishti, looking down with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Chatuskonasana.
चतुष्कोणासन.
The next asana is Vama Bhujasana. Now you're going to come in a seated position. You're going to start with the left heel drawn in close to your groin and the opposite foot flat onto the ground with the knees raised. Lengthen your spine as you begin to lean your torso down and away. Visualize yourself resting with full trust as if leaning into support of a strong, reliable arm. In Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Prithvi Drishti, looking downwards to the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Vama Bhujasana.
वामभुजासन.
The next asana is Swasagatyasana. Again, stay seated. Then you're going to have one foot flat on the ground and lift the opposite foot and place it on top of the grounded foot. Lean your upper body forward as you shift your weight gradually onto the supporting foot, allowing your body to rise so you balance. Visualize breath and the movement becoming one continuous action. In Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Prithvi Drishti, looking downwards to the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Swasagatyasana.
श्वासगत्यासन.
Now we're going to go into another side. We're going to shift your leg. We're going to go into Vrishabhasana Dve. Again, you're going to have your knees width apart. Lean on one side, lower the elbow to the floor. Keep your opposite arm relaxed, resting on your thigh. Visualize yourself as a powerful bull, standing firm and steady on the earth. In Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Riju Drishti looking straight with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Vrishabhasana Dve on the other side.
पूर्वपरौ स्तम्भवत् कृत्वा पार्श्वेनेकेन संश्रयेत् एतत् प्रोक्तं मया देवी वृषभासनमुत्तमम्.
The next asana is Virasana Trini on the other side. Come into a kneeling position. Bring your left foot to the other side of your left hip. Then you're going to be placing your hands on your lap, one above the other. Visualize yourself seated like a hero after a victorious journey in Shambhavi Mudra. Mulabandha, Brahmadya Drishti, looking to the third eye with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Virasana Trini.
एकपादं मध्ये कस्मिन् विन्यसे दूरु संस्थितम् इतरस्मिन् तथा पश्चात् वीरासनमुदीरितम् वीरासनमिदं विदुः.
The next asana is Chatushkonasana, Parshvantare on the other side. Bend your right leg and thread your right arm underneath the right ankle, drawing the sole of the foot towards your chest. Keep your spine as you reach your left arm and over your head, bringing it down to meet the right hand. Visualize yourself stable and clear from every direction. In Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Prithvi Drishti, looking downwards to the Japat. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Chatushkonasana.
चतुष्कोणासन.
The next asana is Dakshina Bhujasana. Parshvantare, you're going to do it on the other side. Now you're going to, on the opposite foot, have it flat on the ground with the knees raised. Lengthen your spine. Lean your torso down and away from the lifted knees. If your left knees. Now you're going to rest the outside of your right cheek into your right palm for support. Visualize yourself testing with full support. So full trust as if leaning into a support of a strong, reliable arm in Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Prithvi Drishti, looking downwards to the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Dakshina Bhujasana.
दक्षिणभुजासन.
The next asana is Swasagatyasana Pashvantare on the other side. You're going to lift the opposite foot and place it on top of the grounded foot, keeping the toes steady for balance. Lean your upper body forward as you shift your weight gradually onto the supporting foot. Visualize breath and movement becoming one continuous action, no separate between inhale and balance. In Shambhavi Mudra, Mulabandha, Prithvi Drishti, looking downwards to the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Swasagatyasana.
श्वासगत्यासन.
The next asana is Mukta Padmasana. You're going to be coming into a Padmasana and then you're going to be laying flat on the ground. And then you're going to keep your. Yes. So now you're going to also hold your respective feet. With your hands, you're going to be holding your feet. Visualize yourself as a lotus flower that has fully blossomed in Prana Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka. Allow the breath to pause naturally and observe without forcing. In Mulabandha, contract the muscle of the pelvic floor. In Asagre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Mukta Padmasana.
मुक्तपद्मासनं कृत्वा उत्थानं शयनं चरेत् कूर्पराभ्यां शिरो वेष्ट्य मुक्ता मत्स्यासनस्तु रोगहृत्.
The next asana is Samanasana Dve. Now come into a seated position. Still continue sitting in Padmasana, placing each foot onto the opposite thigh. Then you're going to interlace your finger behind your back, drawing your shoulders gently towards each other. Lean your body forward, guiding your forehead down to the ground while keeping your arms extended back. Visualize all inner currents leaving out, and in Prana Mudra, Jivachalaka Kumbhaka, one forcefully moves the retained prana through all the limbs of the body in upwards and downwards direction along with the mind. In Mulabandha, Prithvi Drishti looking downwards with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Samanasana Dve.
Samanasana.
The next asana is Trikonasana Dve. Start seated with a cross-leg position. Rotate one knee inwards, bringing the knees on the ground with inner ankle touching the ground outside of the hip. Bring your hands to the stomach, one resting over the other. Visualize yourself as a channel of the infinite cosmos, while the body remains grounded into Mother Earth. In Samputta Mudra, cup both hands together like a closed lotus. In Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Nasagre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose. With the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Trikonasana Dve.
योगजैनहस्त लिखितपुस्तकस्य प्रथमपत्रे सप्तदशचित्रे त्रिकोणासनं प्रकाशितम्.
The next asana is Panditasana. In Panditasana, come into a seated position with one foot above the thigh. Then you're going to rest your palms, rest your right hand facing upwards onto the thigh. Then you're going to have the opposite arm resting on your hips. Visualize yourself and imbibe the mind of a true scholar, clear, discerning, and unhurried. In Bindu Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mulabandha Riju Drishti, looking straight with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Panditasana.
Panditasana.
The next asana is Janu Shirsasana. In Janu Shirsasana, you're going to extend your legs in front of you, and then you're going to bend your torso downwards, reaching your hands and grabbing the toes. You're going to be visualizing yourself as a Lord Ganesha, calm, wise, and humble. In Jivachala Kumbhaka, Shambhavi Mudra, Mulabandha, Nasagre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose of the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Janu Shirsasana.
जानुशीर्षासनं नाम एकपादं प्रसाद्य च अपरं जानुनीन्यस्य शिरसा जानुस्पृशेद्यथा.
The next asana is Yantrakara Asana. Now again in a seated position, place your right heel at the perineum, clasp the outside of your left foot with your right hand. Then you're going to slowly extend your left leg up, straightening the knee. Place the left hand down onto the ground and straightening your arms so that the back of your knees is at the level of your elbow. Press your left hand down into the ground and twist your upper body away. Visualize yourself embodying the yantra, precise geometry, aligning when it's cosmic harmony in Shambhavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Parshva Drishti, looking to the side with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Yantra Kara Asana.
यन्त्राकारासनं नाम हस्तपादाभ्यां भूमिं स्पृशन् कोणत्रयमधिष्ठाय यन्त्ररचनामिव धारयेत्.
The next asana is Ardha Bhujasana. Start seated on the ground with your right heel drawn into the perineum and then lift your leg and guide it over your left shoulder, bending the knees as needed to settle the thigh securely. Then you're going to thread your left arm underneath the bent left leg and place your left hand behind your neck. Visualize yourself holding power close to the body, control, contain. And Shambhavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Riju Drishti looking straight with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Ardha Bhujasana.
Ardhabhujasana.
The next asana is Dakshina Padmastakasana. Again, we're going to start going into a series of putting our legs behind our neck. So please go into a deep stretch. Always remember to feel comfortable. Now you're going to lift your right leg and guide it over your right shoulder, allowing the foot to wrap behind your back as your hips open. You ensure you keep your spine long as you bring your hands together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. Visualize discipline placed above impulse as if the foot over the head represents mastery over the instinct and habit. In Namaskara Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Riju Drishti looking straight with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Dakshina Pada Mastakasana.
Dakshinapadamastaka.
The next asana is Udasinattanasana. We're coming to a seated position. And one arm to the thigh, resting the side of your face onto a respective palm. Place the opposite hand on the opposite knee and remain still. Visualize your true self not as the body but as conscious luminous point of energy in Shambhavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, Riju Drishti looking straight, Virajapa Om Nityananda Paramashivam in Udasinat Nattasana.
पादमा कुञ्च सम्यक् स्थित्वा सुखासने स्वे जानुनी ऊर्ध्व मस्सकपूरौ संस्थाप्य करतले शिरचत्ते.
The next asana is Trikonasana Dve Prashvantare. You're going to be repeating on the other side. You're going to sit in a cross-leg position and rotate one knee inward. Bring the knees onto the ground with the inner ankle touching the ground outside of the hip. Bring your hands to the stomach, one resting over the other. Visualize yourself as a channel of the infinite cosmos while the body remains grounded. In Samputa Mudra, cup the both hands together like a closed lotus. In Jivachala Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Nasagra Drishti looking at the tip of the nose. With the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivam in Trikonasana Dve.
योगजैन हस्ततले लिखितपुस्तकस्य प्रथमपत्रे सप्तदशचित्रे त्रिकोणासनं प्रकाशितम्.
The next asana is Panditasana, Pashvantare. Again, you're going to come to the opposite side, leaning your body onto the right side. Be in Vidhu Mudra. Rest your hand gently on your thigh and then touching the index finger and thumb together on each hand. Keep your fast one foot on the opposite thigh, allowing the knees to relax downwards. Visualize and imbibe the mind of a true scholar. In Bindu Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mulabandha. Riju Drishti looking straight the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Panditasana.
Panditasana.
The next asana is Janu Shirsasana Pashvantare. You're going to come into a seated position with your legs in front of you. Then you're going to bend one onto the perineum and lean forward as you touch your toes. Visualize yourself focus in a serene drawing inward in head to knee position in Shambhavi Mudrash, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Nasagri Drishti looking at the tip of the nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva.
जानुशीर्षासनं नामये कपादं प्रसार्य च अपरं जानुनी न्यस्य शिरसा जानुस्पृशेद्यथा.
The next asana is Yantra Kara Asana. Now you're going to place your left heel at the perineum, clasp the outside of your right foot with your left hand. Slowly extend your right leg, straightening the knees. Visualize yourself embodying the yantra, precise geometry in Shambhavi Kumbhaka, Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Pashve Drishti, looking at the side of the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Yatra Kara Asana.
यन्त्रकारासनं नाम हस्तपादाभ्यां भूमिं स्पृशन् कोणत्रयमधिष्ठाय यन्त्ररचनामिव धारयेत्.
The next asana is Ardha Bhujasana. Seated on the ground with your left heel drawn close to the perineum, lift your right leg and guide it over your right shoulder, bending the knees as needed to settle the thighs securely. Thread your right arm underneath the bent right leg and place your right hand behind your neck. Visualize yourself holding power close to the body in Shambhavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Riju Drishti looking straight to japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Ardha Bhujasana.
अर्धभुजासन.
The next asana is Vamapada Mastakasana. Japa Nithyananda Yoga in Paramashiva.
ವಾಮಪಾದ ವಾಮಪಾದಮಸ್ತಕಾಸನ.
The next asana is Udasinatasana Parshvantare. Come into a seated position. Have your elbow rested on your thigh and placing on your cheek, and the opposite arm placed on your thigh. In Visualize your true self not as the body but as a conscious luminous point of energy located near the heart. In Shambhavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Rajudrishti looking straight the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Udasinatasana.
पादमाकुञ्च सम्यक् स्थित्वा सुखासने स्वे जानुनोर् ऊर्ध्वमस्तकपूरौ संस्थाप्य करतले शिरच्छयत्ते.
The next asana is Hastasana Dve. In Hastasana Dve, you're going to lift both the legs and guide them upwards behind your head, keeping the soles of the feet separated rather than touching. Place your hands flat on the ground in front of you of your groin to help stabilize the posture. Visualize your hands as an instrument of control and precision, capable of stabilizing. So if in this posture, if you can do it till your ears or your shoulders, you can do that. In Shambhavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, Brahmandya Drishti, looking through the third eye with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Hastasana Dve.
हस्तासन.
The next asana is Sagara Ganda Asana in the same seated position. However, both your hands are on top of each other. Bring your hands into a fist and put it in front of your perineum, stacking one above the other, visualizing yourself drawing inwards as if layers of identity are being folded and set aside. In Shambhavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, Nasa Agre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Sagara Ganda Asana.
सागरगन्धासन.
The next asana is Sthiragudapa Shirasanam. Again, coming into the same seated position. You're going to have both your legs still above your neck and you're going to come into Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. Visualize absolute steadiness in extreme position where controls override instability and nothing feels rushed or chaotic. In Namaskara Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Rijudrishti looking straight the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam means Sthiragudapada Shirasanam.
स्थिरगुडापाद शिरसासनम्.
The next asana is Himalaya Asana. In Himalaya Asana, you're going to bend your knees so your feet comes flat onto the ground. Wrap your arms underneath the knees joints from the inside to place hands on top of your head. Simultaneously lift your feet off the ground as you hold the position. Engage your core. Visualize yourself as a mountain mass lifting effortlessly from the earth. In Shirishi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Nasa Agre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Himalaya Asana.
हिमालयासन.
The next asana is Tanukupcha Asana. The next asana is Asana. Sit with bend your knees so feet comes flat to the ground. Wrap your arms underneath the knee joints from the outside. Engage your core. Visualize your body slender and contained, drawing strength inwards and jump. Shambhavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Mula Bandha, Rijudrishi looking straight. Mula Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva, Min Tanu Asana.
Asana.
The next asana is Viravanka Asana. You're going to come into a balancing posture where you lift both of your legs to the sky while you're balancing. Use your core, engage your muscle, have your hands to support under your knees. Visualize embodying the hero composed under pressure. In Shambhavi Mudra Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mulabandha Rijudrishi looking straight with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Viravanka Asana.
Asana.
The next is Parvati Asana Dve. In Parvati Asana Dve, come to a seated position and you're going to wrap your left hand around the right hand finger and tuck your left hand thumb into the right hand. Close the palm together and keep your right thumb extended upwards. In Samputta Mudra, visualize Goddess Parvati, gentle strength and unwavering devotion. In Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha, contract the pelvic floor, tuck the chin to the chest and draw the abdomen inwards and up. In Nasa Great Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Parvati Asana Dve.
Gopado melayitva tu गुताग्रे च पृथक् भूमौ तदर्ध्वं च करौ सम्पुटौ स्थापयेत् तथा.
The next asana is Apana Gamanasana. You're going to come stay seated in the same position, placing each foot onto the opposite thigh. Then you're going to rest your hands on your lap with one hand placed gently on top of the other. Both palms facing upwards. Visualize energy moving downwards in a smooth, uninterrupted flow like a river returning calmly to the earth. In Samputta Mudra, cup both hands together like a closed lotus. In Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, Rijudrishi looking straight with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva Om in Apana Gamanasana.
अपानगमनासन.
The next asana is Stira Sukhasana. Oh, in Stira Sukhasana, bend both your legs and press the heels against the perineum. Keep your spine upright. Rest your hands resting on top of the respective knees. Visualize yourself settled in unwavering stability, deeply supported by the steady presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam in Yoni Mudra, Mulabandha, Rishtu Drishti looking straight, with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Stira Sukhasana.
पार्श्याग्रपादाभ्यां द्वयोर् आकुञ्चितयो अन्योन्यपीडनं येन स्थितस्य स्थैर्यं सुखं च जायते स्थिरसुखम् आसनम् इति.
The next asana is Simhasana Trini Purvanga. Place both palms firmly at your secret center. Inhale swiftly. Squat. Go into a squatting position. Join the soles of your feet evenly in a coiled posture. Hold the breath. Lift your hips off the ground with a strong control, spreading your arms wide and flaring your chest open. Visualize yourself as a majestic bold lion in Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Nasagra Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose. Virajapa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva Om in Simhasana Trini Purvang.
चक्रबन्धे पादतले सममेव संयोजयेत् गुप्ते देशे हस्तद्वयं दृढमादाय शीघ्रं परयेत् कोटिमुक्षिप्य बाहु प्रसार्य सिंहासनं स्फुरेत्.
The next asana is in Simhasana Trini. Still in the same squatting position, place your hands in the gap between your groin and feet, fingers spread wide, press firmly down. Press firmly down through your hands and engage your core to lift your sitting bone off the ground. Visualize yourself as a majestic bold lion, Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, Nasagre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose. Virajapa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva.
चतुर्बन्धे पादतले समं संयोज्य गुह्यास्याने हस्तयुग्मं दृढं निधाय शीघ्रं पूरयेत् कटिमुक्षिप्य बाहि विसृज्य सिंहरूपेण देहे प्रसारयेत्.
The next asana is Gridrasana Purvanga. You're going to still come into a squatting position. Make your heels you're going to wrap your arms around your sitting bones from the outside, clasping your hands securely in front. Keep your chest lifted and spine long. Visualize a wise vulture soaring high above, embodying keen perception and spiritual insight in Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Rijudrishti Lukki state with a japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Gridrasana Purvanga.
पृष्ठमार्गे हस्तद्वयं नीत्वा कटभागे दृढतया बद्धा संयोज्य शीर्घपृष्ठं प्रसार्य उच्छिप्य धृत्वा यथाशक्त्या स्थित्वा व्यायामं समाचरेत्.
The next asana is Bhutali Asana. Bhutali Asana. Start in a deep squat position with your feet together and heels touching the perineum. Wrap your arms around your leg and reach around your back to clasp hands behind you. Lean your forehead down gently for depth in visualizing your body gathering into the element of one existence. In Parashamudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mulabandha, contract the muscle of the pelvic floor, lifting it upwards. In Asagre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Bhutayasana. Bhutayasana.
Bhutayasana.
The next asana is Gridrasana. Start in a low squat with your feet almost together, balancing so your sitting bones hover just above the ground. Wrap your arms around your knees, reaching under the thighs and sitting bones. Clasp your hands securely beneath. Visualize yourself as a powerful vulture with an acidic cord that cleanses and transforms all impurities. In Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, Riju Drishti looking straight with the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Gridrasana.
चक्रबंधे कटी मुक्षिप्य जानो पृष्ठे निवेशयेत् वल्पो पृष्ठे हस्तद्वयं बध्नीयात् योगबन्धधृत पूर्णकुम्भक समये संकुच्याङ्गं धृतिं लभेत् उदवह्य वक्षपृष्ठं च गृदभृत्.
The next asana is Simhasana Trini Uttaranga. Start in a low squat with your feet close together, sitting bones hovering just above the ground. Bend forward slightly and slide your flat hands palm down on the ground, placing them between your thighs. Keep your chest lifted, spine long. Press the back of your hands firmly with both feet. Visualize yourself as a growing, determined lion in Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, Riju Drishti looking straight with a japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Simhasana Trini Uttaranga.
पादद्वयेन हस्तपृष्ठं दृढं निपीडयेत् श्वास निरोध विसर्गो सप्तवारं समाचरेत्.
The next asana is Muktayasana. Start in a kneeling position. Try to bring your sitting bones down on the ground. Spread your legs out wide while keeping knees on the ground in front of you from a 90-degree angle at the knees of the shins parallel in front of you. Place your hand in front of your stomach. Visualize the body settling onto spacious grounded freedom in Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, Riju Drishti looking straight. Virujapa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Muktayasana.
मुक्तय्यासन.
The next asana is Trikonasana Trini. You're going to again come into a seating position where your knees and slowly spread your knees wide apart. Keep your upper body vertical. Then bring your hands together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest, maintaining steady breath and relaxed shoulder. Visualize yourself supported by 3 clear points, forming a stable triangle that cannot collapse. In Namaskara Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Riju Drishti looking straight with the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Trikonasana Trini.
त्रिकोणासन.
The next asana is Saraswati Asana. Start with the legs extended straight in front of you, spine tall, toes flexed towards you. Inhale, then lengthen your spine. Exhale, go forward from the hips and grasp your feet off the shins. You're going to visualize Goddess Saraswati unique gifts in Prana Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, Nasagre Drishti looking at the tip of the nose with the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Saraswati Asana.
सरस्वती आसन.
Next asana is Ashtipavasana. You're going to start with seated with feet together, then lean your forehead down on the ground for the depths. You're going to position your knees out wide, extend your arms to the side, above the respective knees. Visualize deep surrender, emptying excess weights into the ground. In Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, Nasagre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose, with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Ashti Pavasana.
Ashtipavasana.
The next asana is Parumasanam Chatvari. Again, with your knees out wide, slowly hinge forward from your hips and lower your chest down towards the ground so it rests fully onto the floor. Extend your arms straight out to the sides, beneath the thighs, palms facing down. Press your shoulder gently down towards the floor. Visualize yourself as a serene sea turtle gliding effortlessly to the vast ocean. In Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Nasagre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva Om in Karumasanam Chatvari.
Karumasanamapi श्रेष्ठ धूर्धुरासनमुच्यते गजासनं समुद्दिष्टं ततोर्धासनमुच्यते.
The next asana is Jalakasana Purvanga. Again, in the same position, however, this time your palms are now yes. So extend your arms behind, underneath the thighs, palms facing down. Press shoulders down towards the floor, keeping it relaxed and broad. Visualize yourself as a silent spider weaving a delicate web at dawn in Vaishnavi Mudra. Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandhana Sagra Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Jalakasana Purvanga.
नितम्भादपृष्ठे भुजौ निवेश्य प्रसार्य पादाङ्गुष्ठयोरैक्यं कण्ठेन सम्यक् कुर्यात् कुम्भकसमाप्तो कायं सुसंम्य तिष्ठेत् एष व्यायामः सर्वसिद्धये साधयेत्.
The next asana is Jalakasana. Again, in a similar position, with your knees wide apart and shoulders tucked in under your thighs. Extend your arms straight out to the sides underneath the thighs while palm facing downwards. Visualize yourself as a wise spider patiently waiting at the center of your intricate web in Vaishnavi Mudra Jivachala Kumbhaka Mula Bandha Riju Drishti, looking straight with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Jalakasana.
चक्रबन्धे हस्तद्वयं जानुपृष्ठकहे निवेश्य भूमौ प्रसारिताङ्ग श्वासेनोदरं व्याधाय प्रविशेत्.
The next asana
पादौ पृष्ठदपसारे हस्तौ च पुरतः उदरं भूमिर्ध्रुवं धारयन् कूर्मो धृतिरिव.
The next asana is Sastrikasana Purvanga. You come into a laying down position with your knees open, hip width apart, and then you're going to rest your arms, both your arms, on top of the head, crossing over one another. In Anjali Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Mula Bandhana, Sagre Drishti, looking upwards. Sorry. What Drishti? Visualize yourself in a sharp dagger, precise focus and unwavering in Urdhva Drishti, looking upwards. So the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva means Sastrikasana Purvanga.
उत्तानशायी भूय पादतलकरतलानि चतुर्धा संयोजयेत् भूस्थितभुजजानुदेशे कृत्स्नं कायेऽभ्यासं समाचरेत्.
The next asana is Sastrikasana Uttaranga. The next asana is Sastrikasana Uttaranga. You're going to start lying on your back with feet together, knees wide, letting gravity open your hip. Press the balls of your feet together, toes stuck into the ground. Place your hands behind your finger towards the feet. Engage your core, lift your hips. Let the knees fly wide open with the groin and the groins wide to deepen the groin stretch. Visualize yourself as a slender, resilient dagger forged through challenges and refine inner fire. Chambhavi Mudra Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Mula Bandha Riju Drishti, looking straight at Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva means Sastrikasana Uttaranga.
त्रिशिकाग्रे स्थापयित्वा क्षेपं समाचरेत्. श्वासनिरोधविसर्गो स्तब्ध्वा कृत्वा स्थिरं तिष्ठेत्.
The next asana is Utkatasana Trini. Bend the knees on the ground, cross tuck beneath the sitting bones, tuck the legs outward and rest the hands respective knee. Slowly lift the knees off the ground. Keep your spine elongated. Visualize the fierce form of Shiva manifesting as Lord Rudra in your inner space. In Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Mula Bandha Riju Drishti, looking straight at Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Utkatasana Trini.
उत्तदासना.
The next asana is Meena Asana. In the same position, you're going to just slowly lift your knees off the ground, finding balance. Then you're going to spread your legs out wide and remain balanced on the tip of the toes. Place your arms on your thighs. Keep the Shambhavi Mudra Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Visualize fluid, grace, adaptable, resilient, intuitive through instinctual navigation and life's flowing depths. In Uddiyana Bandari to the Shiruki Stray the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva Mina Asana.
Asana.
The next asana is Gava Siddhasana. Again, comes onto your toes. Position with your toes tucked, sitting both on your back heel. Spread your knees wide and place palm on respective knees facing upwards. You're going to engage your core and visualize yourself. Visualize seated like a perfect guardian of stillness in Shambhavi Mudra Ujjayi Kumbhaka Mula Bandhari Judishilaki Shri Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Gava Siddhasana.
Gavasiddhasana.
Next asana is Ramanatha Asana. Again, with your toes tucked and sitting bones on your back, you're going to spread your knees wide apart, bring your palms together above your head, keeping your elbows straight and gently rotate to one side. Visualize yourself embodying Rama, balance, strength, unwavering Guru devotion in Padma Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha, Prithvi Drishti looking downwards, Yajapa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Ramanatha Asana.
Asana.
The next asana is Girivara Nathasana. Start with a kneeling position with your toes tucked and sitting bones on your back heels. Spread your knees out wide. Slowly lift the knees off the ground. Bring your palms together above your head, keeping your elbows straight. Visualize yourself as a mountain, rooted deeply yet rising effortlessly in Padma Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Mulavanda, Urdhva Drishti, looking upward. With the Japa, and the Paramashivam in Girivasana, Girivaranatha.
Girivaranatha.
Okay, everyone, you can relax for now as we bring on our toes for quite a while. The next few series are going to be on your toes mainly. So give yourself some stretches of your toes. Acharyas are going to just show you. You can massage your toes and you can even turn your toes to the side, lift it, just wiggle it out. The next few series is going to be mainly balancing a lot on your toes. You can even press your toes, give it a massage, just deeply press it. Feel the release or the knots or tension happening on your ankle or your toes. Do it on the other side. So let's all go back into the position in Ramanatha Asana Pashvantare. Come into your toes with your hips width apart. Put your hands up into the air in Namaskara Mudra. Visualize yourself as Rama, body, balance, strength, unwavering Guru devotion in Padma Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka, Jalandhara Bandha. Prithvi Drishti looking downwards, Ujjapa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Ramanatha Asana.
Ramanatha Asana.
The next asana is Girivaranatha Asana. Same posture with your hands pointing upwards in Namaskara Mudra. Turn to the side. Visualize yourself as a mountain lord rooted deeply yet rising effortlessly in Padma Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. In Urdhva Drishti looking upwards with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Ramanathasana Parashvantare.
Ramanatha Asana. Girivaranatha Asana.
In Sastrikasana, start kneeling with toes tucked and knees spread wide. Bring heels together beneath your sitting bone. Press toes together and balance your weight on them. As you rise, keep the knees wide and bend. Extend your arms overhead and bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra. Visualize yourself as a tall, imposing tiger, standing firm and unshakable in Anjali Mudra. Ujjayi Kumbhaka Uddiyana Bandha Rijujushi looking straight with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Sastrikasana. The next asana is Garudasana Pandita. Please continue standing posture. You can now relax your toes. As you're standing up, you can give yourself a nice stretch, especially on your toes. Bring your chest forward slightly while keeping your back broad and steady. Place your palms flat on your upper back with the little finger touching, creating a stable base. Lift your elbow upwards as you open the chest. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka. Visualize an eagle standing high on a mountain ledge. In Mula Bandha, in Riju Drishti looking straight, Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Garudasana Pancha.
Garuda Asana.
Next asana is Bandhukushtasana. You're going to come again in a standing position. You're going to lean your torso forward and you're going to have your hands clasping your toes. You're going to visualize yourself Visualize all the energy channels in your body from head to toe, moving downwards, flowing smoothly and powerfully in prana mudra saja kumbhaka mula bandhana sadradrishti. Looking at the tip of the nose, which is and the Paramashiva in Pandangushtasana.
पादाङ्गुष्ठं कराभ्यां गृहीत्वोर्ध्वं प्रसारयेत् पादाङ्गुष्ठासनं प्रोक्तं सर्वनादिविनाशनम् सर्वनादिविशोधनम्.
The next asana is Dvijasana. In a standing position, you're going to lift your thigh upwards. Start standing with your feet together, shift your weight onto one leg and bend the opposite knee, bringing the foot up towards your hip. Reach your arm around the bent leg and clasp your foot or ankle firmly. Slowly begin to straighten the bent leg out to the side and forward while balancing on your standing leg. Visualize yourself with a balance of strength, grace, and transformation in Parashumutra Sahaja Kumbhaka. Mula Bandha Drishti, looking straight at the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Pangushtasana. Dvijasanam.
द्विजासनमप्यत्र कुक्कुटासनमुत्तमं फणगुप्तासनं चैव गरुडासनमेव च.
The next asana is Ekachata Shirsasana Dve. You're going to lift the opposite leg carefully, place the foot gently on top of your head, maintaining balance, keeping your standing leg strong, slightly bent for stability. Visualize yourself embodying yogic mastery and openness. Feel the deep flexibility in Anjali Mudra. Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandhari Drishti, looking straight the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Ekapada Shirsasana Dve.
एकपादशीर्षासनं नाम एकं पादं शिरसि संस्थाप्य अपरं पाद भूमौ स्थापयित्वा समं तिष्ठेत्.
The next asana is Apanasana Dve. Next asanas standing tall with the spine lifted, extend your leg behind you, keeping the toes slightly grounded for balance. Bring your hands together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. Visualize excess wind agitation moving downwards out of the system like a pressure slowly releasing from the body in Namaskara Mudra Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandha Rujudrishti, looking straight with a japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Apanasana Dve.
अपानासन.
The next asana is Dvijasanam Dve Pashvantare. You're going to go switching on the other side. Extend your opposite arm out to the side, and you're going to now bring your foot up towards your hip. Reach your arms around the bent leg and clasp your foot or ankle firmly. Visualize yourself with a balance of strength and grace and transformation in Parashamudra Saja Kumbhaka Mulabandha Rujya Drishtilaki Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Dujasanam Dve.
द्विजासनमप्यत्र कुक्कुटासनमुत्तमं फणगुप्तासनं चैव गरुडासनमेव च.
The next asana is Ekapada Shirsasana Dve. Leg the behind the head. Again, you're going to repeat the same position. Please stand straight. Pull your opposite leg behind your neck and your hands resting in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. In Anjali Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka Mulabandha Om Nithyananda Paramashiva Ekapada Shirasasana Dve.
एकपादशिरसासनाद्वे एकपादशीर्षासनं नाम एकं पादं शिरसि संस्थाप्य उपरं पादं भूमौ स्थापयित्वा समं तिष्ठेत्.
The next asana is Uttanasana Dve Parshvantare. Extend your right leg behind you, keeping the toes slightly grounded or balanced. Wind and agitation moving downwards and out of the system. In Namaskara Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Contract the muscle of the pelvic floor, lifting upwards without tension. In Drishti, looking straight with the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Apadasana Dve.
अपानासना.
The next asana is Vama Shuddha Padasana. Come into a standing posture. Then you're going to bring one foot in front of you, balancing on the other leg. Then you're going to put your hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of the chest. In Namaskara Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandha Rijudrishti, looking straight the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashiva in Vama Shuddha Padasana. Visualizing yourself as standing foot as being washed clean from the inside out, all heaviness draining away.
वामशुद्धपादासन.
The next asana is Gavakshasana. Gavakshasana. Standing on one foot with your spine tall and gaze steady, lift the opposite leg and place the inside of that foot against the inner thigh of your standing leg, drawing it upwards towards the groin. Soften the standing knee slightly to maintain stability and ease the posture. Bring your hands together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest, keeping your core engaged and your chest open as you balance. Visualize yourself seeing through the eye of a cow, viewing the world without aggression or fear. In Namaskara Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka Mulabandha. Riju Drishti, looking straight with the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Gavakshasana.
गवाक्षासन.
The next asana is Sunyasana Uttaranga. Yes, you're going to come to a standing position, your right foot, and place it on top of your opposite hip. Lower your body down, twisting outwards towards the left side. Place both hands on the ground outside of your left thigh. Adjust your right foot to the sole, pressing up against the back of the right arm. Visualize yourself filled with serene emptiness, your mind clear, boundless, sky free of distraction. In Shambhavi Mudra Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandhana Sagra Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose. Virajapa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva Om in Sunyasana Uttaranga.
करद्वयमुष्टौ बद्धतः पृथिव्यां संस्थाप्य अन्तरिक्षम् उत्थाप्य लक्ष्यं रतेत् इति वामचरणाङ्गुष्ठं गृहीत्वा वामकोर्परि भारं दद्यात्.
The next asana is Dakshina Shuddhat Padasana. You're going to come into a standing position, and now you're on the opposite side. You're going to lift the other leg, and your hand's going to be in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. Visualize yourself, the standing foot, as being washed clean from the inside out, all heaviness draining away. In Namaskara Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandha. Riju Drishti, looking straight to Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Dakshina Shuddhat Padasana.
दक्षिण शुद्ध पादासन.
The next asana is Gavakshasana on the other side. You're going to be coming into a squatting position with one foot with your spine tall. Lift the opposite leg and place the inside of that foot against the inner thigh. Then you're going to draw it up the groin. Bring your hands together in Namaskara Mudra. Visualize yourself seeing through the eyes of the cow, viewing the world without any aggression or fear. In Namaskara Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandha Riju Drishti, looking straight with the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva Om in Gavakshasana.
गवाक्षासन.
The next asana is Sunyasana Uttaranga Pashvantare. Coming to a same posture, but now on the other side of the leg. You're going to place your palms on the ground and one foot balancing on your thigh. Adjust your left foot against the back of the left arm. Lean forward further onto your hands, allowing the elbows to bend. Visualize yourself filled with serene emptiness in Shambhavi Mudra Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandhana Sagre Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Sunyasana Uttaranga.
करद्वयमुष्टिबद्ध्वा ततः पृथिव्यां संस्थाप्य अन्तरिक्षम् उत्थाप्य लक्ष्यं रतेत् इति वामचरणाङ्गुष्ठं गृहीत्वा वामकोर्परि भारं दद्यात्.
The next asana is Vagasana. You're going to come into a squatting position with your hips width apart. Please ensure that your knees are not going over your foot. Gently rise up, supporting your weight with both of your hands. Press firmly onto the ground in front of you. Visualizing yourself radiating openness, gratitude, and abundance in Namaskara Mudra Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandha Nasagra Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Vagasana.
पादद्वयस्य पार्श्वग्रे लिङ्गभूम्यौ दृढं न्यसेत्. शनैः उत्थाय हस्ताभ्यां धृत्वा भूमिं तनः पुनः पादाग्रे पृष्ठतः कृत्वा युक्तौ पार्श्वपुरस्ततः.
The next asana is Utpidasana. Now you're going to come into a squatting position with your toes pointing upwards, coming to your tuck toes. Lower the buttocks down to the knee level in a controlled squat. Keep your spine erect and chest open. Maintain steady, calm breathing and visualize balance between. Visualize yourself grounded firmly at a temple pillar existing for thousands of years in Shambhavi Mudra Samavriddhi Mula Bandha. Riju Drishti looking straight with a japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Utpida.
पाशनिम् उन्नते कृत्वा स्पिगौ जानुतुल्ये अवनमय उत्पीडासनम् इदं पीडासनम् इति.
The next asana is Pani Mukta Dhrumasana. Now in this posture, you're going to be in an inverted posture. You can partner up with a partner. You're going to slowly go into a headstand. This is going to really promote a lot of circulation happening in the body. Start in lean the forehead down and place the crown of the head onto the ground. Find the balance and stability, then slowly lift your hips above shoulders, extending the legs straight up with the knees straight. Visualize yourself as a tall tree standing on a smooth rock where there are no roots visible anywhere. In Shambhavi Mudra Samavriddhi Mula Bandha, contract the muscle of the pelvic floor, lifting it upwards with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam with Riju Drishti looking straight in Pani Mukta Dhrumasana.
पणिमुक्त द्रुमासन.
The next asana is Matsyendrasana Trini. Again, we're going to be coming into an inverted posture. Remember, if you're a female body and you're on your cycle, please avoid doing any type of inverted posture. If you are pregnant, if you have spine or neck injury, please avoid doing this asana. You can follow along with the Kumbhakas. Start kneeling on the mat, place your hands flat on the ground, engage your core and lift your legs straight up above you. Hold the inversion steadily. Visualize yourself as Matsyendra, hidden beneath existence, vast shimmering ocean depth in Shambhavi Mudra Samavriddhi Mula Bandha, Riju Drishti looking straight with the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Matsyendrasana Trini.
मत्स्येन्द्रासन त्रीणि.
The next asana is Ardhasana. Come to a seated position. Place your palms on your thigh. Interlace your foot, placing one on top of another in Vaishnavi Mudra. Advakalshaka Kumbhaka Mulabandha. Brahmandya Drishti looking straight, looking through the third eye with a japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualizing yourself as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam in your inner space in Ardhasana.
कूर्मासनमपि श्रेष्ठं दुर्धुरासनमुच्यते गजासनं समुद्दिष्टं ततोर्धासनमुच्यते.
The next asana is Dakshina Chaturam Samapadasana. You're going to now come to a seated position and going to interlace one foot over the other. Sorry, you're going to stack one knee directly over the other so the leg fold in towards the center line, sitting bones ground evenly. Keep your spine tall. Reach the arms behind the back. Interlace your fingers in front of your stomach. Visualize your lower body organizing itself with precision in Shambhavi Mudra, Prakashaka, Kumbhaka, Mandya Drishti, looking through the third eye with Mula Bandha, the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Ardhasana.
Dakshina Chaturam Shapadasana.
The next asana is Charpati asana. In Charpati asana, come in the same position, stacking one leg over the other. Then you're going to put both of your hands behind your hip, facing backwards. Visualize grounded patience, rhythmic position, unhurried power. In Shambhavi Mudra, Prakashaka Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Riju Drishti, looking straight at Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva, Om in Charpati asana.
Charpati Asana.
Next asana is Govindasana. Govinda. You're going to come into the same seated posture. However, bring your palms in front of your knees, facing upwards. You're going to visualize yourself. Visualize that. The palm guardian steady unhurried and holding space. In Shambhavi Mudra, Prakashaka Kumbhaka Mulabandha, Riju Drishti, looking straight at Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva, in Govindasana.
Govindasana.
The next asana is Lovely Asana. In the same seated position, with your knees stacked over the other, you're going to hold your feet in the respective hands and keep your spine elongated. Visualize your Kundalini awakening from the base of your spine in Shakti Chalana Mudra, Prakashaka Kumbhaka, Uddiyana Bandha, Nasagra Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose with the Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva, in Lovely Asana.
Sarvangachalana Deva Kundali Shakti Chalanam Chalanat Kundali Devya Shvetana Sa Bhavet Prabho.
The next asana is Janu Prerana Hasana. Again, with the same seated position, your knees stacking on top of another. You're going to come into a bending posture with your index, middle finger, and ring finger clasping your toes. Visualize yourself as a Kundalini, as a sacred flame being ignited by a spinning stick, creating growing in embers to awaken a powerful fire deep within. In Pranamudra, Prakashaka Kumbhaka, Uddiyana Bandha, Nasagra, Drishti, looking at the tip of the nose of the Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva, Lovely Asana. Inside, in Janu Prerana Hasana.
Jamnupidhanam Kritva Matyam Savya Dakshinam Prerayet.
The next asana is Pada Samyukta Pravritti Hasana. You're going to come into a seated position against with your knees stacked on top of each other. You're going to cross your arms in front of you and hold the opposite leg just seated in this posture. You're going to visualize yourself as visualize the Kundalini awakening along your spine in Parasamudra. Sorry, in Prana Mudra, Parkashaka Kumbhaka Mulabandha Parshva Drishti, looking at the side of Chipa, Om Nithyananda Paramashiva, in Parasamyukta Parvatasana.
ललाटं भूमौ नमयित्वा ग्रीवा पृष्ठं परिवर्त्य पादौ संक्राम्य विपरीतान् अङ्गुष्ठान् गृहीत्वा पूर्वं प्रणमेत्.
The next asana is Ganesh Asana. In Ganesh Asana, start seated with right knees over the left and then embodying the shape of Shiva's bow. Place your arms behind your back and hold onto the opposite toe. Visualize a fierce focus energy igniting within you. Like Shiva's arrow piercing through inertia. In Pranamutta Prakashakam Mulabandha Nasagre, Drishti looking at the tip of the nose, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Ganesh Asana.
गोमुखे संस्कृतिं कृत्वा पाष्णीं व्यत्यस्य युग्मके तत्र शिवनिकां व्याप्य गणेशासनम् ईरितम्.
The next asana is Gomukhasana Trini. The same position, your knees on top of stuck on top of each other. You're going to bring your elbow. You're going to bring your elbow behind your neck, and you're going to hold it with steady spine upright. Visualize yourself embodying the gentle awareness of a cow, face soft, wide eyes. Open to the world with calm patience. In Shambhavi Mudra, Prakashaka Kumbhaka Mula Bandhana Sagre Drishti. Looking at the tip of the nose with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiva Oham in Ganesh Asana.
कामदहनं पाणिपात्रं च कार्मुकं स्वस्तिकं गोमुखं वीरं माण्डूकं मर्कटासनम्.
The next asana is Gomukhasana. Gomukhasana Chatwari. Again, in the same position, you're going to just now raise your right elbow upwards, place the right hand behind your back, and clasp the fingers with your left hand coming from below and up. Visualize yourself as a gentle, intelligent cow in Shambhavi Mudra, Aprakashaka Kumbhaka Mulabandha. In Mulabandha, Brahmadya Drishti, looking to the third eye with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Gomukhasana Chatwari.
चिन्नं पद्मं तथा सिंहं भद्रं वज्रं च मुक्तकं गुप्तं गोमुखमेकं च वीरं स्वस्तिकमेव च.
The next asana is Shuddha Advasana. Please come into a laying position. Stretch both your arms overhead. Rest the back of your hands on the ground, allowing the shoulder to soften. Visualize yourself lying on a clear, unobstructed path. In Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka. In Mulaband Mulabandha Brahmandya Drishti, looking to the third eye with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Gurmukhas in the next asana is the final asana, Shivasana. Next asana, Shavasana Chatwari. Gonna lay on your back with feet facing upwards. Let your feet be separated and remain completely relaxed. Visualize your body as a sacred offering to death, surrendering reverently in Shambhavi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka, Mulabandha Shambhavi, in looking inward to the japa Om Nityananda Paramashivam in Shavasana Chatwari.